Type his name into a search bar and watch what comes up first. Not a highlight reel, not a tournament win, a controversy. RaKai is 17 years old. In barely a year, he went from streaming to almost nobody to pulling thousands of viewers a night, sitting shoulder to shoulder with one of the biggest creators on the planet.
Dreads long from the top to my chin. Look. My name is RaKai.
And in that exact same year, he became one of the most criticized young streamers on the internet. Distracted driving.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
A refused bet. Flowers he never paid for. A clip of a homeless man. A leaked phone number. Multiple suspensions in 12 months. But the question this story is really about isn't what he did. It's this. Did RaKai lose control of his own reputation? Or did the internet decide who he was before he ever had the chance to grow up? To answer that, you have to go back to the moment none of this seemed possible. Because his story didn't start with a scandal, it started with a resemblance. Late 2024. Kai Cenat is the most dominant name in all of streaming. A cultural phenomenon whose every clip is engineered to take over the timeline. And in his chat, viewers keep pointing at a smaller creator who looks like him. Same face almost. Same loud, chaotic, react-first energy. They start calling this kid Kai's son.
My name is RaKai. I don't lie. I don't want my f***ing dad. But we are fly.
Eventually, Kai notices. He connects with him. And during Mafiathon, RaKai gets pulled into the single biggest orbit on the internet. Followers arrive by the hundreds of thousands, then millions. For most creators, that kind of audience takes years of uploading in obscurity. RaKai got it in months. And that's the part almost everyone forgets. His audience arrived before his experience did. Here's the thing about fame. People assume that if you're famous, you must be ready for it. Those are two completely different things. One happens to you overnight, the other takes years to build. RaKai had the audience, the attention, the opportunities. What he didn't have was practice at being watched by everyone all the time. And live streaming is a brutal place to learn that lesson. No script, no second takes. Hours of talking, live, with no edit button. Every impulsive decision isn't hidden, it's broadcast. And the platform quietly rewards the loudest, wildest, most unpredictable moment with the most reach. The same traits that made him blow up were about to become the ones that got him in trouble. The first real crack came in June 2025. RaKai was streaming from a moving car, distracted, glancing at his phone, his attention drifting off the road. Then the clip took off. To supporters, it was a careless moment that ended with nobody hurt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit. This deserved to be banned. I caught anxiety. I couldn't breathe while watching this clip.
To critics, it was something heavier. A young creator with a young audience treating safety as secondary to the stream. And just like that, the conversation changed. It stopped being about whether RaKai was entertaining. It became about whether he was responsible. Then December hit, and it hit twice in one day. First, a Fortnite wager against Clix, one of the game's biggest names. The bet was $6,500. RaKai was handed a 99-0 lead, a nearly impossible advantage, and somehow still lost without landing a single kill.
Coming down? Oh, okay. Okay, that's already 2 RaKai. No, unmute that mic.
Listen, you're cheating.
Wow.
You're cheating.
How am I cheating? How am I cheating?
And when it came time to pay, he refused, taunting Clix on stream that the money wasn't coming.
It's X at Clix. Welcome to Fortnite, RaKai. Let's go! Let's go!
Critics said he'd welched on a debt he publicly agreed to. Supporters said it was streamer trash talk that people were taking way too literally. Either way, another wave. But the wager wasn't even the worst of it. The day before, RaKai had streamed himself inside a Walmart, picking up a bouquet of flowers and handing it to a stranger like a random act of kindness, then walking out without paying. When someone asked if he'd paid, he said, "Yes, I did." Twitch cited illegal activities, and then his appeals portal displayed a number that broke the internet, a 730-day ban, 2 years. The reaction was instant, except the story wasn't finished. Twitch soon clarified that the 2-year figure was a visual bug, and that the real suspension was far shorter, but it didn't matter. The headline had already traveled the world, and by now, this was reportedly his 6th violation in a single year. The perception was locked in, because here's how reputation actually works. Once people form a strong first impression, they filter everything after it through that same lens. If they've decided you're responsible, your mistakes look like accidents. If they've decided you're reckless, those exact same mistakes look intentional. The driving clip, the wager, the flowers. 3 separate events quietly merged into one story. And people stopped asking what happened in each one. They started asking a single, damning question. Why does this keep happening? That question would prove almost impossible to escape. And the next clip cut deeper than all of them. January 2026. A short piece of footage spreads showing RaKai laughing near a homeless man.
Oh, this is mad good. Don't do that, bro. I'm eating bullshit, mad good.
To thousands of viewers, it read as mockery of someone at their most vulnerable. The backlash was everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram. RaKai pushed back. He said he wasn't laughing at the man at all, that viral pages were framing one clipped second while cutting the context around it. Supporters accepted it, critics didn't. And that's one of the hardest laws of the internet. Explanations never travel as far as accusations. Then, in March, one more. While scrolling his direct messages live on stream, RaKai accidentally exposed the private phone number of NBA player LaMelo Ball.
Was LaMelo dead, man?
Within seconds, viewers caught it. He scrambled, begging moderators to kill the clips, and later apologized, saying he simply forgot the number was on screen. Accident or not, once something goes out live, deleting it almost never stops it. Another wave. So add it all up. The driving, the wager, the flowers, the ban, the clip, the leak. Each piece became evidence in a case the internet had already half decided. And this is where the two sides finally split for good. Supporters see a teenager making teenage mistakes in front of millions. No privacy, no off-season, no room to quietly grow up. Critics see someone who keeps choosing the clip over the consequence. And the unsettling part is that both can point to the very same footage, which is why the real question was never just what RaKai did. It's what happens to any kid when the internet decides who he is before he's old enough to decide for himself. And whether, once that story locks in, anyone ever really gets to rewrite it.